Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing? Let me know in the comment section down below. We are back with Christmas in July. We have got another absolutely beautiful creation. I'm going to be using this washi tape. This is PET tape from the washi tape shop. Now this video is not sponsored, but they did send this to me a couple of years ago. This is stunning. This is like Christmas market stroke Christmas carnival. We've got Ferris wheels, Christmas trees, market stalls, coffee cups. Now here's the thing. These are all individually cut stickers. They are pre-cut. The washi tape I used in the last bowl, that was not pre-cut. Whereas now the washi tape shop pre-cut all of their PET tape. So I really was like, how am I going to do this? Do I just shove them down the sides? Do I I don't want it all in there, basically. There's lots of random stickers in the sky, of course. I don't want all that, do I? I want a really lovely winter carnival scene, and I don't want coffee cups floating in the sky. So options are, stick them on after demold. This was a suggestion from Chippy, who is one of my patrons over on Patreon. She said, you could make the bowl, demold it, then stick your stickers on. The other option I thought about was to create your own washi tape. So peel off the entire background and then just rearrange all of the stickers in the order of which you want them. I decided to do things the hard way because I don't know why. We are filling the mould first. And of course, that means, PPE. If anyone out here is new to epoxy resin, or if you're using epoxy resin, please make sure you are wearing your PPE. I decided we're going to fill the mould with resin and then put the stickers in. Okay, that was the plan. Now I'm going for a winter, snowy, blizzardy wonderland. So the resin itself is not getting any colour. It's simply getting some white glitter and some super sparkle. That is hopefully going to give me this snowy scene. I could picture it all in my head. I just needed it to come together. Now, the PET tape stickers from the washi tape shop are simply stunning. But once you peel them off, they're really flimsy. When they're on the backing tape, you've got some solid there. You've got some nice solid thing to work with. Once you peel them off, flimsy and paper thin. So yeah, I was really nervous about this one. So I put in minimal glitter and minimal, of course, of that super sparkle white. I don't want it to take over. I don't want a completely white sky, but I just want it to look like it's snowing or there's an ice storm of some kind. So you really want your resin at this point to still be transparent, see-through, but you want the snowy sky. That's it. This was a really, really simple resin mixture. Nothing else to add. Now I did mix my resin for 5 minutes and then I added in my glitters, and at this point I only want the top of the bowl to be this snowy blizzard. The base of the bowl is going to be white. It's going to have a pure snowy bottom. It's going to I'm hoping, this was the aim, to make it look like my houses and my coffee shops and my Ferris wheels and my Christmas trees were all sitting on snow. That was the plan, and it was just a case of keeping everything crossed that it would come to fruition. Now at this point I thought of just putting resin up the walls and no more, but I decided it would actually be easier for me at this point to fill the whole bowl with that resin. Then that would enable me so much easier to slip and slide like my stickers. So I figured the easiest way to do this, and again, I told you guys, I chose the hard way. So much more easier ways to do this. You do not have to do it like this, but boy, oh boy, oh boy. Doing it like this, it makes everything look like it's encased in a snow blizzard, you know? Sticking them on the outside is absolutely 100% without a shadow of a doubt the easiest route to take, without a doubt. But putting them down into the resin, surrounded by this gorgeous glistening snow blizzard, it makes them look 3D, it makes them look encased, and it makes them look like part of a snow globe scene. But again, either which way would still be beautiful. And also remember your orientation of stickers, because you can see me here. At one point I was literally going to put it in around the right way, but then back to front. So making sure that you're putting them in upside down, so the tops of the stickers are going down to the top of the lid of the bowl. And of course, you want to be able to see the image with your eyes, not the background of the sticker. So, and again, I've said this in previous videos, I don't know why I struggle with this. There were a few occasions where I went to put it in the wrong way round, upside down and back to front. And I kind of like catch myself and I'm like, why isn't your brain able to just work it out? But yeah, once you've done 1, 2 or 3, it gets easier and then the flow goes. And I will be honest, guys, I was expecting this to be a lot harder than it was. Actually, filling the bowl with resin was a genius plan because I can put the sticker down in the resin and then use my tweezers to just slowly work it down the walls and work it down where I want it to go. A couple of things here. Some of these stickers were too tall for the bowl, so you just want to be careful that you're not shoving them in too much and that you're not crushing the top of the sticker. So some of the Christmas trees had stars on, you know, some of the buildings had flags on. You just want to make sure that those flags and those stars are neatly positioned. You don't want to crush your building so that the star or the flag is crushed. So yeah, there was a lot to think about, and I don't know why I took the difficult route. But you know what? It's just fun, isn't it? It's everything you do and you create. There is no right or wrong, and I think I like to get that across to absolutely everybody. No matter the outcome, if the outcome is not great, we'll learn from it. If the outcome is fantastic, then I hope that inspires someone to try it as well. There's no right or wrong. I think when you are the artist, you've got full creative freedom to create how you want to create. Quite often I do get a lot of comments like, well, why didn't you just do it like this? Well, couldn't you have just done it like this? And really, there are no answers to those comments. Yes, you can do it like that. You can do it any way that your heart was grabbing you at the time. Because a lot of the time I do things the way I do things at the time because that's the way I feel like doing it. Are there 100 better ways? Oh my God, yes. Most of the time, yes, there are. So I love when I get advice like, oh, you could try it like this next time. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Thank you so much for your beautiful constructive feedback. Constructive feedback is good for me. I don't know how to respond to comments that say like, well, you should have just done it like this, it would have been better. Or why didn't you just do it like this? It would have been better. So just remember, guys, you are the artist and you've got full freedom to roam in your creative world. And enough about that. Now, I realised the angle wasn't really doing it for you guys. You weren't really seeing exactly what it was I was doing. So I've brought the camera down. Now, here I'm literally just maneuvering, moving things along, moving things to the left, moving things to the right. There was 2 things right next to each other that I didn't want, so I took one out. So I'm just readjusting, and it's just a question of babysitting this at this point, because the longer it took me to get all of these in position, the resin was getting thicker. It wasn't necessarily getting hot at this point. You've got quite a long work time with Let's Resin, but it was getting thicker. It was getting harder and harder to move these along. So I just stared at it for about 10 to 15 minutes just to make sure that nothing was going completely off, you know, like, yeah, a lot of them needed just a little bit of a pull up, but just pulling them up slightly so that they don't sink too hard and just readjusting them. So if they look like they're sinking into their snow, or if they look like the building has got some kind of subsidence, then I do just grab my tweezers and just pull them up the sides gently. Just, yeah, it was really, guys, a case of babysitting. Just babysit it and just spend a little time making sure everything is all good. Now, please forgive the poor lighting. It was 10 p.m. at night by the time I got to do the back coat. Now, we still have daylight. The skies are still blue at 10 p.m., but the light was very, very dull. You could see the darkness coming in, so the light isn't great. But I am now doing the snowy background, and for that, I'm using Let's Resin again with some white liquid pigment and white glitter. But I have to say, this white liquid pigment is dominating all of like it takes over. So really using that white glitter played not much of a role. I ended up sprinkling some of the white glitter into the base of the bowl in the hopes that we would still get a glisten. We'd get a snowy, that beautiful, when you look at the snow and it just looks like diamonds, you know. So here you see me just sprinkling it all over. Now there is resin. I actually emptied the bowl. So what I forgot to show was the fact that I filled the bowl to get the stickers in. But once the stickers were in and I was happy, I scooped out most of that resin because I want the bottom of the bowl to be white. But filling the bowl definitely made it easier to get those stickers in. So it's all fun. It's messy, but it's fun. Now, one single drop of blue alcohol ink into this white resin is going to give me that almost cartoony snow. You know, when you see snow in postcards or graphic images, quite often there's a blue hue to it. That's what I was hoping with this, and it came out quite well. One single drop of alcohol ink. Could have probably done with half a drop of alcohol ink because it did come out quite blue. Now at this point, when you add wet resin to cured resin in layers like this, sometimes there will be a line of micro bubbles where the two meet. So all I'm doing here is running my micro brush tool down in, and I'm just running it along the line where the two resins meet on the outer edge. I didn't even think about doing it on the inner edge that you would see inside the bowl. So yeah, this is 24 hours later, time to demold. I could already tell I was in love with this because of course the silicone is pretty see-through, so I could already see it and I was already like, oh, this is so pretty, this is everything and more, this is everything I wanted. But as soon as I demolded it, I realised we had a problem. There was tons of surface damage, tons. Now, I'm quite sure how this happened, but there's huge craters out of the bottom of the bowl. Now, I did have leftover resin in there, but yeah, so another layer of resin is needed to cover those. But guys, look at this. We've got chunks out the side. At the bottom of that Ferris wheel, there is a chunk out of the side where the washi tape was touching the side and no resin got behind it. So I love, love, love these results. They're magical. They are absolutely magical. It makes you want to stare, and it feels like every time you look at the bowl, you see something new. We've got a floating snowman, guys. No one else can say that, can they? We've got a floating snowman, and some of our houses have got subsidence. But you know what? It's gorgeous. It is such a beautiful, snowy, blizzardy scene with a winter fair, a winter carnival. It's just chunks. Look at that chunk out of the bottom of that bowl. There are so many. Like, that's not just one. Like, the mistakes here are vast, but the beauty outweighs, because, you know, I'm not selling this bowl anytime soon. To fix this bowl, you really would have to fill all of the holes on the outside. You'd have to give it another layer on the inside. You would then probably, you know, have to sand it down, and I really don't know. Like, it would take a lot of work. But if you look at the bottom of the bowl, where the snow meets the rest of the resin, there are so many holes. So many holes. But guys, it's magical. It's absolutely magical. I love the carousels. I absolutely love the big wheel. This section here is heartbreakingly my favourite section, where all the damage is. But this section here is the most subsidence. This is where most of the stickers did end up travelling a little bit down into the ground. But I absolutely love it. I think it's whimsical. I think it's magical. I think it screams Christmas fair. Everything you want at Christmas. The atmosphere, the nostalgia. Some of these carousels as well are so nostalgic. Yeah, this section here is the worst. We've got a... We're going to call it a huge balloon. It's a snowman hot air balloon styly, all right? It's up in the air, but it's a balloon at this point. Yeah, we've got it all going on. We've got the coffee huts. We've got the trees. We've got the stunning snowy blizzardy sky. We didn't crush any of our stars or flags. I mean, I did well in some of it. then we've got major ground issues, you know? Also, it could be on a hill. It could be on a ski slope. Is it worth it though? Is it worth all of that effort to do it this way? I don't know. But like I said, if you put your pieces down into the resin, everything is encased in that snowy blizzard. If you do your bowl first and stick them on the outside, you won't get that effect, but you'll get a much neater result. This is what it looks like all in one piece, so you can really see that snowy blue effect. Some of the snow's really white. Some of the snow has definitely got more of that blue in there, and it's okay. It's the subsidence. I can't stop laughing. I cannot stop laughing at that one hut that is disappearing into the snow. Like, this bowl needs a lot of repairs, but boy was this made with love and fun. Like, this was so much fun. I still think it's whimsical and magical, and I hope it has inspired you guys to try something similar. I think if I do this in the future, I'm going to peel off the backing of the washi tape, rearrange all of the stickers exactly as I want them, stick them back to the backing, and then put that in the same way that I put the flowers in the last video. I think that would be perfection. Let me know your thoughts. I will see you in the next video. Bye.